Get ready to plug in. Running fair. Start a whole damn beat. Grab a six-pack, this is one rap. Meet me out back, find a house sack. Hanging out with our friends, having fun, chugging whiskey, bourbon, gin, and one rum. Pour a little piece of heaven, turn up that 211. Then let's boom down your chin, turn it up past 10 to 11. Before you finish whatever's still left in your cup, plug it in, turn it on, break it down, turn it up.
It's 3 o'clock. Time for your favorite bird, the Cherri bird. Recorded in the treetops high above Deep Elm, Texas. Welcome to the bird's nest. And now, here's Cherri Bird.
So that's my theme music that I recorded a long time ago. It's kind of funny. It makes me laugh because I don't smoke blunt wraps, or I don't have a half stack, nor do I like whiskey or gin or whatever that else he says in there. But that's Metal Mike the rapper that did that for me. I love that whole rendition. It's awesome. But I wanted to play a little bit of Guardians, or actually Defender, which is off the new record from August Burns Red. And hopefully you can hear a little bit of it. I'm not going to play a lot, but it's pretty cool. I really like the whole entire record. I reviewed it yesterday. So you can read that on thegauntlet.com or cherrybird.com. But here's a little bit of Defender. So there's a little bit of Defender. That's the first record, I think, the first single that they released for this new record. It drops on the 3rd of April. And it's a great, great, great record. The whole entire thing is great. Good, wonderfully, lovely, yummy. Thank you so much for taking time. So there, I'm about to play you the little snippets, or actually the whole entire interview with myself and Mr. Rambler. He's a guitarist for August Burns Red. So take a listen. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to me. I really appreciate it. I know you guys probably are kind of coming down from all of the craziness with tour cancellation, and you guys were supposed to be here on Friday in Dallas, and I'm so bummed. First of all,
yeah, we're definitely bummed as well.
I can only understand. So we're not gonna concentrate on the negativity of this monotony, but we'll go ahead and focus on some positivity that we can.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I do want to talk about Guardians for sure, but I also do this thing with artists that I speak with face to face, and I've started doing it online or on phone interviews. Is I have this thing called the Jam Book, and it's kind of goes like it's 2,000 questions, just random questions. I bought the book for like writing prompts a while back, and I was like, oh, this would be cool, because last year I did something called the Fishbowl of Death, where artists would reach in a fishbowl and grab a question, and it wasn't scary or anything like that. It just had a metalcore skull on it, so I called it the Fishbowl of Death.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what I'll have you do later is I'll have you pick a number between 1 and 2,000.
Okay.
And we'll answer like 2 or 3 questions from that.
Awesome. Okay, that sounds
cool
great.
Beans? Okay, good. All right, so let's first talk Guardians. It's going to drop on the 3rd of April, right?
Yep.
And so I want to, before I talk about, tell me what your most memorable song is, or the one you like to play live, or your favorite song from the record.
My favorite song is a song called Empty Heaven. I think it's just a great track. It's super solid the whole way through. Lyrically, I really like that song. I like the idea, I like the concept, and then musically, it's a great track that checks all the boxes for me. We haven't been able to play it live yet. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that later this year. once everything kind of gets back together here, hopefully.
Yeah, and it will, of course. I mean, it
Yes.
always does. So do you think heaven is empty? How do you, like, lyrically speaking, do you think heaven is empty, or?
The basis of the song.
I mean,
well,
honestly.
the basis of the song is that I grew up in a religious home, Christian home, like not like super religious, but we went to church. And the one thing that it was always just such a weird thought that I had in my head, like, you're always told, when you pass away, you'll go to heaven, all your relatives are there. And the idea, and I always had this thought when I was a kid, I'm like, well, what if I die first? Like,
right.
will I show up to no one, or like what will happen? What will happen in that case? And so I kind of built like this whole idea of this song about like this fear I had when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And I still feel like it's kind of relatable because there's still so many, you have no idea. You can believe whatever you want. You can believe whatever you want, but you have no idea. And so I kind of just expanded on that fear in the song, and the lyrics came out really cool and just interesting, in my opinion.
Well, I can't wait. I'm going to review the record as soon as we get off the phone.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I do my reviews a little strange. I go track by track, and okay. I listen to the song, and I write. Being a writer, I'm not a music critic, but I just, if I like it, then I'm going to do it. And I just write whatever I'm feeling during each song, and I stop at between each one. And so I'm really looking forward to that one, particularly. Awesome. But I love Defenders and Bones, the newest one. I think is the one that you guys just dropped that one. I love both of those. And tell me, what do you think? What do you think makes August Burn Red so successful? What element or what part of what you guys do makes you successful?
I think that we put a huge focus on super serving the fan base that we've been able to build. I think that we're very focused on them, and they know that, and we have a mutual loyalty to each other, I think, at this point. And we've been lucky to do that, and we've just kind of done that by being a band that interacts with our fan base a lot, and we know what they like, we know what they don't like, and like we constantly do, these VIP meet and greets. We do them all the time. And since then, we've just seen like the fan base just grow and grow and grow and grow and grow with and just be more and more loyal. And it's just because we put ourselves out there, not in like a ridiculous way, but just enough to like that you understand who the guys in the band are. And then, we have a great group of fans that see us all the time, and they just kind of help spread the word about us. But I think it's just the fact that like we've stuck to our sound, and our fans know that they can rely on us to put out a record that, they will enjoy. And that's just because, they've invested 17 years of their lives in us as well. Right. So we definitely want to keep giving them records that they enjoy, and hopefully we're scooping up some extra people along the way. That seems to be a good formula that works for us.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, you guys seem, I've always been such a strong presence, and the quote, I'm using air brackets right now, if you can see me, the metalcore, because it's rock, I'm of the mindset that it's rock, but I get having to categorize it, and it's fine for some people, but whatever. I love music, anything that makes me feel, and whether it be rock or metalcore, hardcore, post-hardcore, pre-hardcore, whatever that is.
Yeah. It's all rock and roll.
Yeah, exactly, because it's not classical. Although, I mean, like if you break down a rock song, you could kind of compose it as a classical song with the different parts to an orchestra, but whatever. We won't go that technical. You play through a Mesa Boogie, right? Like, is it a rectifier or all?
We do Kemper amps and Axe effects now. We used to use Mesa amps, and I still used one at home for practice for a while. But we are expecting our second baby here in a couple months, so I moved to studio speakers, which I can control the volume a lot more easily on.
Right, of course, yeah. Because you kind of have to when you have a kid.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a picture, and that's why. I mean, like I saw a picture that I saw, and I was like, "Ooh!" And I like to talk gear. I have known nothing about gear, but I like to talk gear because, you know, I like to learn new stuff. So that's interesting. I like that. I like that. What do you like best about the guitar or the amp that you play through? I mean, what is it?
The Kemper amp the Kemper amp we picked. I started playing that a while ago, and for a long time I was playing it through a cab. The Kemper amp picked a long time ago because it can pretty much capture the sound of any amplifier, and then it stores it on itself. So it was great because in like 2011, 2012, we did a ton of international touring, and just kind of got sick of showing up to venues like in the middle of nowhere without an amp that I wanted to play. You just show up and be like, well, you know, you told us you wanted a 5150, but here's this Fender amp. Yeah, and you're like, wow, great, that's not going to get it done. So I knew I needed to switch to something, and they released Kemper in 2012, I think, and I bought one right away and haven't really looked back since. It's just nice to have exactly what you want everywhere in the world, and it's a pretty small package. I can fly it wherever I want. And
that's awesome.
I
think I've seen those, and I mean, I wouldn't call them like, I think I've seen them. My a guitar player I know, I think has one. That I used to be married to, but we won't talk about that. It's the kind that you can program. I mean, it's not like program, but you choose the. Yeah. Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's green.
Yeah. Well, and I like I said, I like to talk about gear because I think a lot of times, you know, bands, especially players, that's kind of your like go-to nerd thing, you know, like there's video game and then there's guitar players and they like their strings and it's just interesting to me because I think that also brings in, you know, an element to why you make the music that you do or why your music sounds the way that it does, you know? Who was the first guitar player that you heard like growing up or as a kid that you were like, wow, what is that noise? And I have to play it.
The first album I ever bought was Green Day's Dookie. I think I was like 10 years old or something. I bought it on cassette. And I just remember like that just kind of got me into, I guess, punk music. And then I just kind of went from there. But those are probably some of the first songs that I ever liked. And then I didn't start playing guitar until I was 16 or 17. But I started pretty late for a guy who's in a band, I guess. And so I moved on from punk, and I started to play, but I probably still started to play like punk songs. I think I probably first learned like Blink-182 songs when I first got a guitar and tried to do those, and then moved on from there into heavier music with my listening and my playing. But punk music is definitely what got me into playing guitar.
Awesome. I liked when I was growing up. We would play. I mean, we would not play, but we would go to these dances that like community centers would have, and they would play the punk music, or we thought it was punk at the time, but I don't think it was. And we would like protest the dance and sit in the middle, you know, with our plaid on. It was great. I was not punk rock at all, by the way. I just. So let's talk a little bit about, you know, being at home now. For we don't know how long until the cloud of doom passes, but which it will. I'm quite certain. So you've been home for a little bit. How are you adjusting, and how do you think it's going to affect when you go back on the road?
For me, the only thing that's different right now really is that my son is home from school every day. I mean, before when I was home, we were like, you know, we were getting ready for this tour, so I was sitting in my office playing guitar a lot, and that was how I spent my day, going on my bike rides. And, you know, so far I can still do all of that stuff, but the only difference is that now, you know, my son's home with me, but my wife, she was working part-time at a flower shop, and, you know, so that's closed down now too, but so she's home to help. So we've been trying to like co-teach our son in the morning. Yeah, we're trying to co-teach our son in the morning, and then luckily he's only in kindergarten, so we can do it.
Right.
Like
you don't have to bust out the encyclopedias yet, right?
Yeah, I'm not trying to do algebra again.
Yeah.
But so we're doing that, and so that's obviously different.
Yeah.
But for me, as far as like how I can go about my day, the only thing that's different is I'm trying to stay away from people and keep my distance, I guess, because that's all we can really do, whether you agree with it or not. Totally. They want you to do it, so do it, because it's not going to stop until you do.
Exactly. I don't understand.
Like, just do it, because it's not gonna, like, you being like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, that's not helping. Like, that's great.
Yeah.
Like I'm
gonna go ahead and go to the bar, or I'm gonna go ahead and go out. No, don't.
Like, no, just don't, because you know what? Until you stop doing it, they're gonna keep doing this. So
yeah,
like,
I mean,
knock it off.
Yeah, I get it. I'm like, it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of freaky, and it, I mean, it is kind of freaky. I will be honest, and it's quite concerning. But I also know that I just have a feeling that it's going to work out. It's going to be okay, and we're going to be taken care of no matter what. I've always felt that way. I've always had that, whether or not you want to call that, a faith or what have you. But I've never ever gone without. And people don't like it when I say this, but I've never gone without something that I need ever.
Yeah.
And basic human needs, and so I feel like, as long as we just chill out and not, and just do what they say, follow the rules, don't go outside. I thought about it first, and then somebody had my idea, but those blow up like T-Rex costumes.
Yeah.
I totally want to wear that, because
and then walk around in those.
Yes, right. Yeah. I mean, and then have some Lysol so you can spray the air around you as you come out. You know, and then spray it as you go back into your containment suit. I mean, perfect, don't you think?
Yeah.
And
see
not only that,
whole town of T-Rexes.
Somebody please do that. I really need. I mean, but I did see it, so somebody else did it. I mean, I'm not the only genius on the planet, but all right. So pick a number between 1 and 2,000, or and hopefully, I mean, I've only done about 12 interviews so far this year. So and if it's not, then I'll just pick a number for you. Do you have a special number?
I do not have a special number, but I will pick. Let's do 756.
Okay, we'll do that. And no, I'm pretty sure that no one has picked that number. 756. It's pretty cool. And then I decorated it because I'm a crafty person, and I put all my wristbands on there from my shows the year before or last year. It's pretty cool. You'll have to check it out online.
Yeah, I will.
You're like, yeah, whatever. 756. Okay. Use one word to describe your confidence level, Brent.
My confidence or competence?
Confidence.
Confidence?
Yes.
I'd say I'm a 7.
7? All right.
Yeah, I'd say I'm a 7. I'm pretty, I'm fairly confident in myself, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say that. I'll say fairly confident.
No, I would agree. I mean, you're with a name like Rambler and then playing in a metal band or a rock band, you have to be confident, right?
I've been afforded a fairly decent life, and I feel like, does that help build confidence? I think so.
Yes, it does. Okay, number 757 is, what's the best Valentine's Day gift you've ever given or received?
Ever given? I'm trying to think. Don't
say your children, because that's not nice.
No, I like. Let's see. I like giving gifts, so it's kind of harder to figure out which one was for Valentine's and which one wasn't.
Me too.
I think we found out we were having. This was a while ago. We found out we were having our first kid, and then shortly thereafter was Valentine's Day. So I got my wife, her wedding band matches her engagement ring. So I got her a third band that matches them both. So that way her ring was fully symmetrical. That was probably the best.
That's so nice.
That's probably the best one I gave. And then as far as what I got, my wife got me a comic book painting of our family a couple years ago.
Oh,
so
that's
that was
really
cool.
creative and cool.
Yeah.
Love that. That's a very neat idea. Well, I mean, I guess, but being a musician, she has to be, kind of creative to, to keep up with. I mean, honestly, yeah. Did she try? Yeah. That's funny. And I don't know anything. It's cute. I really admire people that can stay married through, being in the music industry. It's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all we know. It's all we know. So it's like we've been together since beginning of 2004. So really long time.
Does it seem like it's 2020 to you? It doesn't to me at all.
No, not at all. Every year that goes by, especially when you think of it in terms of that, like, oh, I've been with the same person for 16 years, and then you're just like,
right? You're like, oh my God,
I've been in this band for 17 years,
right?
Like, holy crap!
Yeah, just wait till you go over the threshold of 30. Yeah. I mean, I did have to see how old you were because I just wanted to know because I'm old as the hills.
Well, I'm 35. I'm 35. So I'm way over that threshold. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! For some reason, the WWW said that you were born in 1990.
No, that's wrong. That might be Dustin. That's our. Wait, no, our bass player is born in 1989. No, that doesn't make math either.
That okay. No. I don't know. Whatever. I thought it said 28.
Nope. Oh, that sounds great. That sounds great for the website.
Right.
Though.
Yeah. We'll just say that. That's what I tell people how old I tell people I am, but it's not true at all. But yeah, I when I hear 2020, I'm like, wait, are you talking a vision or are you actually talking about the year? No, it's crazy. All right. Last question. Have you ever had a stuffed toy important to you? If so, what kind and what was its name?
Oh, stuffed toy that's been important to me, man. What's funny is that my kid is obsessed with stuffed animals. That's our own fault. We've always called them his buddies, and so he always wants to just But stuffed animal that was important to me. I know I had a blanket.
Yeah,
I had that. Trying to remember.
My brother had a stuffed raccoon. His name was Timmy, and it was very important to have Timmy at all times. So I know that boys do have them.
I assume I did, but I literally can't remember.
No, it's totally fine. Yeah, because he had a whoopee though, right? Or
what's that?
He had a whoopee, like a blankie.
Oh yeah, for sure. I had a blankie, and it was at the bottom of my parents' hamper, for until I moved out of the house, until I was 24.
That's
it was
awesome.
Just there in case I ever wanted to have it in my early 20s. It was still there. My blankie was still available for me.
You never know when you might need to get in the fetal position. I mean,
I kind of wish I had it right. I kind of wish I had it right now.
I know you should. You go get a whoopee. I decided to make these. On my website, I have the merch things, and so I decided to make a whole bunch of music, tour, things that go around a tour. And I have a blanket that says "This is my tour whoopee," and this is my tour pillow, and so it's pretty funny. But I just can imagine, you need that kind of comfort sometimes. There's nothing wrong with it either.
Yeah.
Heck with the people that say that. Anyway.
My wife, I bought my wife a weighted blanket, and that's great.
Does she love it?
Awesome. Yeah, she does. We both love it. At this point, I'm just I fit under here too.
Yes, I mean, if I don't sleep with a ton of covers on me, my boyfriend's there's something wrong with your sleeping if you just have a sheet or if you just fall asleep, because if you have it. The duvet and the quilt and all that crap on top of you, and it's heavy. I'm not looking at getting a weighted blanket. Thanks for the advice.
It's great. Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
She loves it.
Well, Brent, thank you so much. I know you probably have other press to do, or you're done with press today and you just want to stop talking. So I totally get it. Thanks so much for talking with me and thegauntlet.com, the oldest consecutively run blog music easing on the planet. So,
that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, 20 plus years, 29 years or something, however, a long time, before we had really internet, there was those little things that you had, the little patches of people. Anyway, I'm babbling now.
Oh, that's fine.
Thank you thank you so much. And I hope you guys, when you come back to Texas, I'll be at your show. We didn't even talk about the tour, but we'll talk about that later. And good luck with the drop of Guardians.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks. Take care.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Thank you so much for taking time to talk to me. I really appreciate it. I know you guys.
Oh my gosh, I did not mean to do that. So that was the interview with August Burns Red and Brent Rambler, guitarist. And the album Guardians again drops on the 3rd of April. So make sure that you can go and pre-order it, I believe. I think there's pre-orders available on their website or follow them on social media. But I hope you like that little chat with him. And that's all for now. Y'all stay safe and be good. See you later.